Would this be considered product placement? I don't know. I'm gonna put it off screen just in case. Hey loves, it's Emmy, the Color Queen, and it's time for Adventures of the Month, July 2018. I didn't really do much in July besides work. I worked a lot. I read a lot. I know I read a lot. So as usual, we will start with the books, TV shows, the animes, the movies, the video games, and if I went somewhere, we'll talk about that too. So let's get started. The first book that I read this month was actually Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I finished that this month while I was at work. Of course, always recommend Harry Potter because I love Harry Potter so much. I actually got a new wig for my Luna Lovegood cosplay, and so if you're interested in seeing like how I do a tutorial for Luna, like her makeup or whatever, I can totally do that. Just let me know. I always find things that I didn't see before in the books than I did before. There were 2 Easter eggs that like completely stood out to me. The first one was that the Lovegoods were at the World Cup. I was like, oh, the Lovegoods are there! Oh my gosh, Luna saw the World Cup! And then the other one was that there was actually a Care of Magical Creatures class and he had Nifflers. They had the Nifflers hunt for Leprechaun Gold. Oh, and I wanted to start ranking each of the things that I went throughout each month and like which adventure was good or whatever, but I always give Harry Potter 5 stars, so we're gonna go by stars. Oh, by the way, I'm not showing the books because they're like on the shelf and they're perfect and I don't want to take them down. It's very like strategically clueless, like a Tetris thing, so I'm just like, I don't want to get rid of it. But anyway, the next book that I read was Unhinged, which was the one that I was talking about in June that I was like, oh, I'm reading these right now and I'm not finished with them. Well, I finished Unhinged this month. It was a good transition book. Like, it's really awkward. Most trilogies are kind of awkward when it comes to those sort of things. It's really hard to actually make a trilogy work because the second book is always like really awkward in the middle and nothing's really going on. It's just kind of like a segue. I'm really picky about my trilogies, but Unhinged did a good job of not being like bulky and fillery and blah, basically. Still not really feeling this whole like love triangle thing that's going on, but I'm not really a love triangle kind of gal, so that may just be my opinion. The rating I would give this book is about a 4 out of 5 because the love triangle is just odd. On to TV shows. My weak snapping. I'm sorry. The first show that I watched was Miraculous Ladybug. I watched the first season. I have not watched the second season yet. I have actually this really long story that I'm going to try and sum up as much as I can about Miraculous Ladybug. I was in the Miraculous Ladybug fandom way before it appeared in America. Like when it was just the French dubbed, like recently being like done the OG French, and they were releasing Korean episodes too. That was when I was part of the fandom, and then we were like pirating it off of Tumblr and stuff, and it was like very secretive and whatnot. I watched those all the way up to the Origins story, and then that's when they started like premiering in America, and that's when a whole bunch of people like jumped on and made the fandom an unpleasant place for me. So I was just like, I'm gonna take a break from this. I missed it. I didn't realize how much I missed Miraculous Ladybug until I started watching it again. And yeah, it was nice. It was like pleasant memories of like smuggling it off of Tumblr or something. But it was good. I'm still a sucker for the original French, so when I saw that the second season was only in English on Netflix, I was like, can I do this? No, I cannot. I gotta have the French. I give the show a 5-star rating because I love it so much. It's pure and wholesome. Since you're here, this is my new kitty. Her name is Luna. No, Mittens is not gone. Mittens is just an angry kitty. We're gonna get a cat diffuser, see if that will make her not so angry. But my kitty, this one, has been living with me for like 2 months now.
He's a good baby.
The next TV series that I watched was actually something that I have been watching in the past. I just haven't talked about it, but it's pretty evident that I've watched it, is Steven Universe. I started watching Steven Universe again after I saw that Ruby and Sapphire had the wedding, and so I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that they were still premiering episodes, because the last episode I watched, Lars was pink. So I watched from that moment on, I think it was like season 5, episode 4, to like Ruby and Sapphire wedding. So that is the time frame that I'm talking about there. I loved it. I fell in love with it all over again. My Sapphire worklog is like the most viewed YouTube video right now on my channel, which is weird because I was just kind of bored with the worklog, so I just sound very uninterested in the entire video. Maybe it's because I also put the makeup and the hair into one worklog too. Maybe that's why so many people watch it. Or maybe there's just not any Sapphire tutorials. I haven't looked. 5 out of 5 for me. I still love it. It's fun. Hello, baby. Please stop making a nuisance of yourself. Next up is animes. I didn't watch any new animes. I just continued to watch My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia, whatever the heck you call it. I call it B&H. It's quality development, quality characters, and I really enjoy it a lot. Cat, please. Goodness. Okay, now time for the movies. The first movie I watched was Incredibles 2. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in my June adventures briefly. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I thought they did a fantastic job. It was everything I wanted and more. Like, I'm gonna get the DVD as soon as I can. I really enjoyed it. The strobing didn't bother me. A lot of people were talking about the strobing and how it bothered them. It didn't bother me. I guess my eyes aren't that sensitive. The baby made the movie, basically. Edna and the baby made the movie for me, basically. So it's like Jack and Edna. They're just, yeah, they're good. They're good. It's a 5-star from me. And maybe I need to be a little more harsh on these star things. Maybe I'm just too easy to please. This is why I'm not a critic. The next movie that I watched was Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I really enjoyed that movie. It was fun. It was not as funny as Ant-Man, but I still enjoyed it. My favorite running gag was the truth serum joke that was in there. I'm pretty sure that's a spoiler. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Oh, I watched the new It movie. Well, it's not new, I guess, anymore. I watched that, and I'm not really a horror movie person, so it's probably like, this is just like, Emmy, what you doing? I watched it on Frost's birthday with her because that's one of her favorite movies, and it actually wasn't scary. I don't know, I guess I might be hard to scare or something. Like, psychological horror is my thing, not just like scary clowns in sewers. Like, there were some like really gross moments, like I was kind of grossed out by a couple of things, but I think what bothered me the most was like the kids swearing. But swearing usually like makes me uncomfortable in general. I did jump twice when I was watching it, and there were a couple of times I was actually laughing, which is weird. But for the most part, yeah, like, a 3 out of 5. Yeah, I'd give it a 3 out of 5 because I'm just not a horror movie sort of person, and it wasn't that scary. It's more gross. Oh, and the last movie that I watched this month was The Greatest Showman. I've rewatched it, of course. I'm gonna keep rewatching it till like the end of time because it's my favorite. Always 5 out of 5. Always singing along to it. The music is fantastic. I want to do a song to This Is Me so bad. I want to like do a dance to it, and I just I need more space in my house to do a dance because I can't always just run into my dresser for the rest of my life. Okay, and now for the video games. I did 2 video games this July, and the first one was Final Fantasy X. I'm still playing through that. I think I'm on chapter 6. Again, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if I was younger or grew up with it. For the most part, I still really enjoy it. Still have Yuna on my cos plans. it's just probably gonna happen, because usually when it comes to my cos plans, I give it like a month or two, and if I still want to cosplay them, then I will like seriously put them on my Cosplanner app. And that's when it's like, yeah, you're committed to this. But even if it's still in like the planned section, it's like, oh yeah, you can still delete it. You can back out still. And then when it's like actually getting started on it, I'm like, okay, you can't back out anymore. And now for the game that like changed my life. That's kind of an exaggeration, but it's a game that definitely changed me. Was Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And I played it on the Wii. I went shopping with my girl, who is a Legend of Zelda nut, Nicole. She was like, you gotta play this one. This one's my favorite. So I was like, okay. It was like $10. So I was like, okay, that'll work. Oh my gosh. I finished the game with exactly 60 hours logged. So it was an experience. That was with collecting all the Poe souls with it. Not all the heart pieces, but like all the Poe souls with all that logged. It was so good. And now I'm a Legend of Zelda trash. I didn't think this would happen, but it happened. And now I want to cosplay Zelda from Twilight Princess. I don't need any more cosplans. Why do I do this to myself? I loved it. I loved the story. I did not like Midna until like the fight with Ganon. She was wearing on me, fam. The worst temple was probably the Sky Temple, or like Castle in the Sky. And I think my favorite temple, probably the Temple of Time. Those were like the two. It's like best temple, worst temple. Definitely loved the game. I went back and collected all the heart pieces, and I'm about to beat it again because that's all I have left to do, because I like 100% completed everything. So I'm just gonna be getting it again, and it'll be a good time. Last but not least, the trip I took this July was up to St. Louis to see Dan and Phil live on their Interactive Introverts tour. I had the vlog up already. I'll link it in the little eye, so that way you can go check it out if you haven't. We weren't allowed to film in there, and I was okay with that. I wish that I had at least like taken photos or something, but they asks for no photos or video or whatever, and so all I have are my memories, my fading memories, because my memory is horrible. I had a fantastic time up in St. Louis, and I recommend checking out my vlog if you want to see some cute things that we did. That's it for my adventures of the month for July. I rambled on for way too long because now the video is at like 25 minutes and these take forever to edit. Oh, also, before I leave, this is now a makeup tutorial. This is usually what my makeup looks like whenever I cosplay Pidge. So, if you want to know about how I do makeup for Pidge from Voltron, I will have that up sometime after this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye, loves!